ओ मैया इरवंजी वाली थी वो बड़ी करारी, माँ का लेटर आया, उसमें ये लिखा था कयाकिंग करके आना, लहरें चीर के आना, लहरें फाड़ के आना, झंडा गाड़ के आना।
Hey you guys, so I am in Kodincherry. It is this beautiful, quiet little town about 40 kilometers away from Kozhikode. So to get here, I took a train from Mumbai to Kozhikode, and from Kozhikode I took a bus to Kodincherry. And I am here to learn whitewater kayaking. It's been a sport that's been on my list for a very long time, but I think I've just been postponing it because I've been scared to try it out. Because if you've seen whitewater kayaking videos, oh my god, it is scary. So yeah, this is the first day of the course. We are on our way. Let's see what it's going to be like. Hi, Himanshi.
Welcome, welcome.
Meet the gang. We're a batch of about 6 to 8 people. Somebody's doing the 3-day course, somebody's doing the 5-day, 7-day course. Somebody's from Haryana, somebody's from Goa, Kerala. It's a nice mix of people. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm doing this course with Good Wave Adventures, one of the best and very few kayaking schools in India offering professionally structured courses of various levels.
This is our instructor, Amit Thapa sir. Hello sir.
Hello ji.
Namaste everyone, we welcome you all at Good Wave. My name is Amit, I'll be your head instructor. I've been doing kayaking since last 10 years. I love being in the water, explore new places and also teach kayaking.
This is called spray skirt or spray deck.
We started with learning about the equipment.
Stern, cockpit, edge and hull. Okay, grab your paddle guys.
They provide you with all the equipment you'll need, so we learned how to gear up properly. While watching kayaking videos, I used to always wonder how does the kayak stay attached to the kayaker and doesn't just float away with the current. Turns out the design is pretty clever. Your legs get locked into the sides of the kayak, and this spray deck, which is like a water resistant skirt, forms a seal around the opening of the kayak, preventing the water from getting inside. This keeps the kayak securely attached to your body. I found this whole system very fascinating.
How's the judge? How's the judge? How's the judge? Now we are going to do the stamina check-in. We flip your boat and we'll be counting for how long can you be underwater. I'm going to flip you like this. 3, 4, 5. When you feel like you are done, can't stay anymore, just tap the kayak from both hands. Make me understand you are not feeling good. It's getting over. I need to come up. Hit it harder. Okay? अरे वो गाइड है यार. You go. 15 seconds.
नाक में सर में चला गया पानी.
30.
ये जो अच्छा कर रहे हैं इनको घर भेजो.
80, 81, 86.
Swimming is not a compulsory requirement for this course, especially at a beginner level, because there is no point at which you will be in the water without a life jacket. They give you a PFD, personal flotation device, that can float you for 72 hours. However, your comfort level in the water should be pretty high because you will be spending a lot of time underwater, especially with your heads immersed like this. The one question that everyone has in their mind is what to do if your kayak turns upside down while kayaking. And the most important part of the course is to teach you what to do in that situation. The first and the most obvious method we learned was when upside down in the water, we need to remove the spray deck, release our legs and swim out from under the kayak. This method is called the wet exit. But we were told that it is only to be used as a last resort, because then you have to drag your kayak to the side, drain out all the water from it, set it up all over again and re-enter the water. This is a hassle and it will interrupt your kayaking run. The second method we learned was T-rescue. If the kayak flips, you need to bang the kayak loudly, hold your breath, somebody will bring their kayak next to yours forming a T shape and rescue you. And then you need to hold their kayak and flip your kayak back up. Understanding this method was a little tricky, but once you get it, it is pretty simple.
Keep your head on my boat. Now flip your boat. Now flip it, flip it, flip it. Good.
Okay.
Reflip it. Use your hips now. Relax. Keep your head there, keep your head there.
देखो जितना डर के करोगे उतना गलत चीजें करोगे, आराम से रिलैक्स होकर करोगे तो कुछ नहीं होगा।
पूरा चली जाऊँ?
रिलैक्स होके जाओ आराम से। Hold the loop. Loop is there, loop is there. Yeah. Relax.
Oh yeah.
Are you ready?
Ready.
All the best. Come on. So here he comes. Woohoo!
Flip.
How did you feel underwater? Like a jalpari?
When they flipped me upside down for the first time, oh my god, it was a moment of complete panic. In that moment, you just feel like, okay, I'm dying. I want to come up.
But once the water goes up your nose, there's no thoughts other than, I'm going to die right now.
The number of times you keep doing this, you keep going under the water, you sort of start to get used to it, and the panic just reduces with every time you do it. So all of us are staying at this really cute homestay.
The exact place where we were staying was Pulikayam. This is right where the daily reporting point is. However, this is a little more remote, located about 3 kilometers away from the main town of Kodincherry. If you're planning to work remotely during this course, then you can stay closer to the main town for better connectivity and travel to and fro for kayaking.
So this is Celine Chechi. We are staying at her house and she's always pampering us with fruits and vegetables from her garden, cooking all sorts of things for us. It feels just like home. Thank you, Chechi. Thank you. Welcome. So this is the room that the three of us are going to be sharing.
There was just one food joint where we were staying, so we would often take an auto to the main Kodincherry market. Here there were more options for both veg and non-veg food. Every morning at 10 AM, we had to report at the guide house. Here, we would all help in loading the kayaks in the tempo and tying everything up securely. We would travel to the river in style every day, often fighting for who gets to sit in the kayak on top. We learned the basic paddle strokes and how to control our kayak in flowing water. Basically how to enter and exit the flow properly.
When your kayak is turning a little bit to the downstream, you need to lean downstream. You turn your boat here, there will be like boilers, big whirlpool which can easily flip you. And if you swim here, you're gonna go down, touch the ground and come up. That's why you should go to the side. Okay?
It was now time to learn the third and the most important rescue method, that is the roll.
When a person doing 360 in a kayak, that is called roll.
We started by practicing it on the ground first.
1, 2, 3, hip snap. Hip snap. Like this. Then, आप किधर है? You have to look at the paddle blade, no? 1, 2, 3. So now I'm keeping your head on the water, okay?
आराम से relax.
Lose your body. Lose your body.
आराम से relax.
आपका पैडल जल्दी निकल गया और आपका हिप नहीं लगा, तो आपका हिप भी पैडल के साथ लगेगा।
अब अंडर वाटर जा रहे हो आप।
जब तुम पानी के अंदर होते हो ना, एक तो तुम उल्टे होते हो, ऊपर से नाक में पानी जा रहा होता है, एकदम ब्रेन बिल्कुल शट डाउन हो जाता है. द ओनली थिंग इन योर हेड इज लाइक मुझे बस ऊपर आना है. टू स्टे काम इन दैट मोमेंट एंड टू रिमेंबर दैट ओके आई हैव टू मूव माय हैंड हियर, आई हैव टू कीप माय हेड लाइक दैट, आई हैव टू टर्न. इट्स ऑलमोस्ट इम्पॉसिबल टू फोकस ऑन एनीथिंग. डेफिनेटली अ लॉट टफर देन इट लुक्स. हाउ वाज योर रोल? वर यू एबल टू डू वन?
मैं हरियाणा वाले लड़कों ने किया है बस आज.
नहीं, केरला वाले ने भी किया है रोल. आपका हो गया?
इन दोनों का प्रॉपर हुआ है।
और थोड़े से हरियाणा के है भी ना, स्टेमिना थोड़ा होता ही ज्यादा है.
Did you feel panic when you went in first?
Yeah, a little bit.
When I go upside down, my brain stops working.
नहीं, मेरे से नहीं हो रहा.
ये लगा के करें. जादू चश्मा है.
We would stop for a lunch break at around 1 PM.
अभी कम खाना है, ऐसा ना हो कि आपने पूरा खा दिया अभी आगे जाके फिर निकाल दिया, तो इसके बाद हम उल्टा सीधा होने वाले हैं. खाना बर्बाद नहीं करना है अभी.
Packed lunch was brought to us at the river and we would get back to kayaking immediately after that.
We are going for our first ever river run, baby.
Because everyone is scared.
सर आपने खौफ बना के रखा है.
हम क्या बनाते हैं यार, खौफ तो नदी बनाती है. हम तो बचाने के लिए जा रहे हैं आपको.
Let's go.
A river run is basically flowing down along the river while kayaking. Before we started, we were given some instructions and taught some hand signals. We were divided in groups and given numbers. We had to follow that order throughout the run. As you can see from my expressions, I was pretty scared during the first run. I was having a hard time controlling my kayak, especially in the sections where the flow was high or there were obstacles. If someone was getting stuck, the instructors were taking care of it within seconds before we could even realize what was wrong. Their confidence and skill level in the water was inspiring. I mean, they really knew what they were doing. It made me feel less nervous and trust that no matter what happens, I'm in safe hands.
₹150 लेगा।
The end of the river run was the biggest highlight of this course.
Randomly, Amit sir stops us and says कि अभी नीचे there is a waterfall of 3 feet and we need to go.
And the assignment was to paddle down and land properly without tumbling. The instructions were pretty clear.
If you make it, you make it. But if you don't, you're just gonna land like that and you don't have to ask for rescue. You just have to remove the spray deck, come out of your kayak, make a ball and swim out. Because he said that, I got like shit scared. And I was like, fuck, what's gonna happen? Because in that moment, will I remember that I have to do this, do that or not? Somehow, I just went and I couldn't do it. Nose first, the kayak went inside.
While being upside down, I released myself from the kayak and the water kept sucking me in and tumbling me. And even though it was just a few seconds, it felt like a very long time passed before I finally started to come up again. Because when you are holding your breath, every second feels like a minute. I finally came up to the surface and took a deep gasp of air. But you know what is the upside of surviving such situations? It totally takes away your fear. It liberated me entirely and I immediately said,
Can we try again? But this time, since I knew that I already failed and I didn't die, I survived. So I was not scared because the worst that could happen had already happened. So it was a lot more chill. I went for it, did it, and oh my god, it was insane. It was too good.
You're gonna crush it! Paddle!
How was it for you?
Oh, it was superb. Amazing. It was fucking fun at the end, dude.
Fucking fun.
ये वाटरफॉल का जंप कैसा रहा?
पलट गया मैं
आप पलट गए?
हाँ, आपसे पहले मैं भी पलटा था कई देर तक तो ऊपर ही नहीं आया फिर बॉल बन गया मैं बॉल बन गया ऊपर आ गया
Were you scared at any point?
Of course, all the time.
डरना क्या है इसके अंदर बता तो दिया तो ऊपर आओगे
our training would end by around 4 or 5 p.m. every day, after which we pretty much had the day to ourselves.
The reason why I find kayaking so intimidating, because what if you are not able to stop the kayak? What if the kayak gets flipped over and you're just washed away by the river and then you drown? When I look at the videos of these pro kayakers, how the fuck are these guys doing it? And that is the reason why I was like tempted to try this sport, obviously, because the adrenaline level just feels like 100x. But then when I saw a course and when I saw that, okay, it's totally beginner friendly and I can actually learn how to do these things.
You can opt for an introductory course of 3 days or a longer 5 or 7 day course. I opted for the 7 day course because it gives you a good amount of practice. All of these courses are suitable for absolute beginners just like me, teaching you kayaking from the scratch. The course fee is between 18 to 30k depending on the number of days you sign up for. The courses are only conducted in the monsoon season between June to September. However, monsoons can be unpredictable in different months, so check with them about the current river conditions before enrolling. Eric was a professional slackliner. He got his line along, so on some mornings we would all gather for a slacklining session.
Chechi, come on, you can do this.
We made Chechi try it too.
Kanishk is the pro.
पैडल को आपने एकदम फार लेके जाना है, दूर स्वीप करना है.
I've been trying to do the roll all afternoon and I am just not getting it. Everyone else is getting it except for me and I am feeling frustrated. Maybe my voice is also sounding nasal because the water is just in my nose.
Wearing swimming goggles at the beginning stage helps quite a lot because when you can see underwater, you feel so much calmer. You can better understand where you're going and it helps you to orient yourself better.
अच्छा सर, आप मुझे ये बताओ, मैं कब से रोल मार रही हूँ, मेरे से ढंग से लग नहीं रहे, आप फ्रस्ट्रेट नहीं हो रहे?
नहीं, बिल्कुल भी नहीं.
अगर मैं होती तो मैं अब तक हो गई होती फ्रस्ट्रेट.
हमें बहुत टाइम हो गया है करते हुए, लगभग 10 साल हो गए हुए सीखते सिखाते हुए. कल से बहुत ज़्यादा इम्प्रूवमेंट है.
Why am I not getting it?
It's okay if you fail as long as you're doing the steps correctly. If you have a better control over the hip movement.
मतलब अगर इस कोर्स के लिए आना है तो तुमका अच्छा होना चाहिए.
तुमका अच्छा होना.
माधुरी दीक्षित मेरी फेवरेट होगी.
Shakira will kill it. She doesn't even need paddle. Day one only she will come up. Give it some time. कल हो जाएगा.
आराम से.
I was feeling demotivated and I had almost given up. But then,
You'll do it now. Yeah!
finally, I got the role. Just because you got it once doesn't mean you'll get it every time. Because right after my first successful roll, when I tried it again, I couldn't do it. But as the course progressed, we kept practicing the rolls, and after a few more tries over the next few days, I started to get more and more rolls.
Even though I got the role now, I feel like if I'm actually in that situation where I've actually just gotten flipped over, let's say if I'm kayaking in Ganga or something, I will not be able to do the role properly, but at least not yet. Because now we have the time to compose ourselves and we are mentally prepared that okay, we have to do the role.
After practicing the rolls and the T-rescue again and again, we started getting used to being upside down in the water and we were much calmer in that position. Our instructors decided to push us even more by taking longer and longer to come and provide the T-rescue to further increase our ability to hold our breaths for a long time.
We are going to check your stamina now. And go. 1, 2, 3, 15, 16, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. 15 seconds.
सही में?
हाँ?
सर नहीं यार.
नहीं, सच में पूछ.
No, I think it's 10 seconds only.
सर
36. Good job. हाँ सच में.
घर जाके देखेंगे वीडियो में पता चलेगा. This sport is hardcore. If you are planning to come for this course, make sure you work on your strength and your stamina before you come. First of all, just picking up your kayak, it's like 20 kgs, so you have to load it, unload it, take it till the river. You're spending like 5 to 6 hours in the water continuously and that can get really tiring. If you have good core strength, it'll be a lot easier for you to get the roll. The river run that you do, it's 3 kilometers, so you're paddling for like 1.5 hours. So that really kills your arms, your back, your shoulders, especially if you're not used to it. Obviously you take breaks in the middle, but still it does get pretty tiring. If you're already in good shape, it'll just make kayaking a lot more enjoyable for you overall. After doing so many rolls, all the water has gone in my nose. Chichi is kind enough to make chukka kafi. So like a kada. I'm going to miss you when I go home. For me also. Thank you so much, Chichi. What are you making early morning? Idli. It looks delicious. This is basically what we wear for kayaking every day. A dry fit or like a quick dry t-shirt. The pants are also quick dry. You can wear running shorts, running tights. A lot of people even go without their t-shirts. Some people even wear cotton t-shirts. Basically, you can wear anything that you are comfortable getting wet in. I also got these shoes from Decathlon. They're called wet shoes or swimming shoes, I think. So they're pretty compact and lightweight, so you can easily swim in them also, and they're like nice slip-on shoes, so they don't even come off in the water. Also, they have this nice grip, so even if you're walking on rocks that are slightly wet and slippery, so you don't really slip, you get a good grip with these shoes. I also got this dry bag to keep my stuff. Yep, let's go and kayak. My last few days of kayaking left, so I'm really gonna miss it. Man, what a sport. It is packed with adrenaline. It's for crazy people. One last time.
direct kayak ulti palti direct.
रोल मारना ठीक है
The river run in the last few days started to get more fun. We were feeling more confident and we were also finishing the run in a shorter time as compared to the first run. But I must say, out of all the adventure sports I've tried so far, kayaking definitely ranks very high on the adrenaline level. The rush is just insane. When you're in a rapid, there's no time to think and only paddle. This is just the start of my kayaking journey. I can't even imagine how thrilling it would be to go kayaking in a high volume river like Ganga. I'll need to train a lot harder, but I hope I get to try it someday. I'm going to miss the amazing friends I made during this course and all the crazy memories we shared, especially this washing machine wali dhulai.
Who are we? I didn't hear that.
We decided to celebrate the completion of our course at a local toddy shop.
Thank you, Chechi.